Hey, it's Devin Burke, your coaching guide to your best night's rest. And in this video, we're going to be talking about something really important, which is the top 3 things you can do when your mind is keeping you up at night. So let's get ahead and dive into this. But before we do, it's so important to understand this important key aspect that most people overlook, which is that insomnia is a 24-hour issue. It's not just a bedtime issue. Now, this is so critical to understand before we even continue to go on with these other strategies that you're going to learn. And why it's so important is because what most people do is they think that if they're not sleeping, then it has to do with nighttime in their bed. But really the truth is if you're having issues with your sleep, if your mind is racing and it's keeping you up, or you wake up in the middle of the night and you're not able to fall back asleep, then that actually was created well before the results of you not being able to fall asleep or wake up and initiate sleep again. Now, I hope that makes sense. So what I'm saying here is what you do throughout the entire day actually dictates how much challenge you're going to have either falling asleep or staying asleep. And the biggest challenge that most people have when they are trying to fall asleep is this very challenge. It's the mind is going. You're thinking about all the things that you need to do, you should have done, you could have done, and it's that problem solving that takes place that actually is a form of mental stress being exhibited in the mind, which then releases cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline, the hyperarousal loops that then are the things that keep us up. So it's really important to understand that. So that being said, the first strategy I'm so excited to share with you all is really simple, and it's to prioritize mental rest during the day. Now, what does that mean? That means making space throughout your day to non-problem solve, to not solve problems. So that means just letting your mind drift. That means taking a walk, playing with a puppy, spending some time with someone you love, listening to somebody, listening to music, doing something that doesn't involve trying to actively problem solve, which is a type of mental stress. Even if the problems you're trying to solve are, they're good problems. It's a form of stress. And all day, if we're just problem solving all day long, this is what creates this momentum in our mind and our body, which then gets carried into the night. So prioritizing mental rest throughout the day by doing activities that are de-stimulizing, things that are relaxing, that don't involve problem solving. And this can look like so many different things depending on what you're into and your lifestyle and your age and where you live and all these factors. But doing something that's de-stimulizing throughout the day for short periods of time will then create the space for your body to then do what it knows how to do, what it's designed to do, which is actually sleep. Really important. When you have chronic insomnia, trying to figure out how to sleep naturally by yourself is really difficult. Reading books and online articles, watching videos like this one, and attempting to put together an action plan with what to do and not do to finally get some rest can feel overwhelming, confusing, and lonely. The truth is, knowing what to do is only half the solution. You need to know why and to take consistent action on a system that actually addresses the root cause of why you're not sleeping. And that's why I created Sleep Science Academy, which is helping hundreds of people restore their natural ability to sleep. In the program, I teach our clients to naturally fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed without the need for medication or temporary Band-Aid approaches. The program is a combination of video training modules, office hours to get your questions answered, live group coaching sessions with yours truly, and even one-on-one coaching support. Not to mention a community of hundreds of others working towards eliminating insomnia with our step-by-step science-backed approach. Now, if you want to try to continue to figure it out on your own, then keep watching these videos. They will definitely help. But if you're someone who knows the value of sleep, needs a proven action plan, accountability, and support, and would like to join a community of people just like you who are committed to solving their chronic insomnia, then go to my calendar and set up a time to speak to one of my sleep support specialists to see if our approach is right for you. And if we discover it's not, we'll point you in the right direction. Otherwise, we would love to support and welcome you into our Sleep Science Academy community. Now, back to the video, which leads us right into our next strategy here, which is implementing what's called a bed buffer. Now, what most people do is they take their day right into their night, and there's no clean transition between their day and night. And so what that causes is actually the mind racing. So what you can do is you can start to have a ritual or a routine that sets your body up for success. And this could look like a hot shower, a bath, stretching. This could look like watching a funny show. This could look like reading a book. This could look like something ideally that is enjoyable, that preferably doesn't involve technology unless it's something fun, light, and funny. But really something that just allows your body to get back into that rest and digest, which is oftentimes during the day, we are not in the rest and digest. We're in a semi sort of problem solving stress state, trying to figure it out and just rushing from the next thing to the next thing, the next thing. And then that momentum is the very thing that keeps our mind going. And then it releases these chemicals that keep us very, up often. So really important, bedtime buffer. The next strategy, this is one of the biggest and simplest things that people overlook that is so effective, and it's simply to breathe. To breathe. Why is breath so powerful when we're talking about a racing mind? Well, first and foremost, when you're in your head, you're dead. And that's something my mentor used to tell me, but that's truth. So the breath can get you out of your head and it can get you back into your body. And anything that's going to get you out of your head and into your body is going to create the space for the mind to start to slow down, which then creates the opportunity for sleep to happen. Now, there's a really important caveat. You're not breathing a certain way so that you sleep. You're breathing a certain way to create the opportunity for sleep to happen. Very important distinction that most people overlook. Now, there's a lot of different types of breathing techniques. I talk a lot about breathing on my channel here, but the most basic, simple breathing technique literally is just to breathe down into your diaphragm, into your stomach, to activate the parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system. So literally just focusing on your breath, your conscious attention, your awareness on your breath will begin to slow your mind down. It's so simple. And it's because it's so simple, most people just overlook this really powerful strategy. Now, I wanted to share with you a bonus strategy here, and it's to write out your thoughts. The reason this works is because our minds work way faster than our hands could ever work. So just by simply writing out your thoughts, whatever those thoughts are, as they come in, you gain some clarity and awareness around what those thoughts are. You just write them out, can actually begin to slow your mind down. And this is a really effective way you could do that as part of your bedtime buffer. You could, do this as part of your you're ending your day, or you could do it in the moment. Let's say that you, for whatever reason, you weren't able to prioritize mental rest and you did not execute well on a bedtime buffer. Well, writing your thoughts down is an incredible way of creating space for your mind and body to then get back into the rest and digest system. Now, if you're somebody who is really struggling with their sleep and I've watched a lot of these videos, maybe you've taken some supplements, you're trying to figure it out and you're having a really hard time, I want to invite you to actually schedule a sleep consultation with someone from my team. Now, the reason I'm inviting you to do this is because knowing is not enough. You need to know why, and you need to have a proven system and support to actually execute on what you know. And also learn how to pivot when you get stuck. And oftentimes when you're implementing something, a new strategy, a new tool, you need to understand when to pivot, when to implement certain strategies, when to implement certain tools. And also just to gain the valuable aspect of a community that's all working towards exactly what you're working towards, which if you're watching this video, it's in better sleep. It's to solve your sleep challenge. So what I want you to do is, if you're ready to commit, you're the type of person that wants the support, you understand the value of sleep, just click the button below. You can schedule a complimentary sleep consultation with one of my sleep support specialists to see if our approach is right for you. And if not, then we'll point you in the right direction. But if it is, then we would love to welcome you into our community and give you the support that you're missing to really solve this once and for all. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Take care.